Let's start from the beginning. Where do hackers and carders get other people's bank accounts? Where it's coming from?
They are obtained in the same way as 10 years ago, or by brute forcing a password, or using such a human weakness as putting the same password in different services. Well, one of the services is leaked its database of usernames and passwords, and this username and password will match your bank account. That's all. The person has access to it.
But you mean, for example, that hackers will hack some forum where you are registered, or Facebook. This Facebook always leaks to the network, and it turns out that my Facebook username and password will fit to my bank. Am I right?
One of examples.
But you don't know which one. You have my username and password, but you don't know in which bank I have an account. It turns out that you just try to guess and to input this login and password into all banks in the world.
No, this database of usernames and passwords is run through a special software. Some kind of program for a specific bank. We develop software for each bank, and this database can be run for Chase Bank, for Bank of America, or some other bank. And in some of these banks, perhaps, your username and password will still work.
In this case, the success rate is high?
Well, not really.
I think that it doesn't exceed 1 or 0.5%.
Something like this.
Okay, you got access to someone's bank account. My username and password fit the Chase Bank account. What's next? What are the next steps?
This username and password can be used to connect it with some application, to some payment system, be it PayPal, Venmo, or some other US payment system, for example. That is if you live in the United States, and there are thousands of such services and applications. They appear every day.
So, you can top up, or link my account to AliExpress, for example, or to a mobile phone, and to top up my balance from somebody's account, and then to withdraw it later?
That's right. That's precisely what we're doing.
And how much per day you are? You say you have an organized gang or what?
No, me and my colleagues. That is, I have a group of my former students, and now colleagues. Well, everyone works in their own activity area, but we come in contact with each other. We are not so numerous that we can wander off.
So, you steal money from bank accounts of unsuspecting Americans every day. Well, what amounts are we talking about?
Oh, tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of US dollars per day.
How much have you seen on one account at most?
$19 million.
And you were able to steal how much from this account?
Only 4,000.
What is your maximum that you personally stole from a bank account?
$6,000 at a time.
Why can't you steal everything?
Bank security will not allow multi-layered security and so on. I mean, the bank will not let you to charge off a large amount. They can call the owner, and he will change the password. The account holder will receive a notification.
SMS.
Yep, SMS for example. Well, or an email notification, and he will change his password and revoke the transaction, or the service, where we bring this money in order to withdraw it later, may not like such a large amount, and they may ask for some kind of verification and so on, which you cannot go through. This will be some kind of security questions call. Well,
Mother's maiden name.
Classic.
What other problems do you face while you're doing it? Security call, it's clear. What about documents forgery?
It's not a problem. Copycats. I don't know how it was 10 years ago, but now it's so commonly used that any document will be forged for you in a half an hour. A bank statement. Or a selfie with a driver's license.
Well, and you personally, for example, how many Americans can you rob, can you process per day?
It's quite possible to process 10 to 20 bank accounts per day. Each one can carry from a few thousand to hundreds of $1,000s.
Well, this is one of your activity areas. Why do you have an internet nickname? Sergey PP. PP has always been associated with PayPal.
I started with it from this payment system when I first came to carding. I started working with this payment system. Well, it so happened that I set me up such a nickname. although I don't work with it as closely as before. But I still have such a nickname.
Tell me, of all the Carter things, PayPal is probably the only one that passed me by. Tell me what you did with it, and what are you doing with the PayPal now?